Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the stage has been set for the official opening of the new National Stadium. We'll take a look at the final preparations coming up tonight. Free National Movement leader Hubert Ingram answers Progressive Liberal Party critics on crime. And there may be a break in the case of missing mother Anya Wilmot. All those stories and more straight ahead in the Bahamas tonight.
Covering the islands of the Bahamas, ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight.
This portion of the news is brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. I'm Keishla Adderley. Thanks for joining us. Topping the news tonight, the signature imprint of Chinese relations with the Bahamas, the National Track and Field Stadium is just hours away from opening. The $30 million gift with the accompanying $50 million in infrastructural works done by the government will be christened tomorrow when Bahamians accept the open invitation to participate in a grand official opening and renaming ceremony. Our Giovanni Stewart visited the site today where workmen are putting the finishing touches on the job.
Work continues in earnest in and about the new Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium, even as patriotic Bahamians from all walks of life get set to enter the $30 million facility for the much-anticipated opening of the cutting-edge sports complex. Heading the final cleanup is former athlete and supervisor at the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, John Barnaby, who says his team of 10 will work straight into Saturday before the launch.
We have 15,000 seats we had to clean, so we took the proactive approach. We're cleaning for about 3 weeks now. So just noticed with the grass, we had to do some fertilization, watering to make sure it's green. As you notice, everybody walk around busy as a bee. I got some man doing some touch-up painting in the skyboxes. We'll be cleaning down some bathrooms. You know, we got the janitor system coming. We got like 50 bathrooms in here.
The celebration invitation is a national one, and organizers expect the stadium's 15,000 seats to be filled by proud Bahamians like you, who want to witness the historic event firsthand. And while the Defense Force will maintain a general security presence at the stadium, the police have been called in to execute a special operation at Saturday's launch. Superintendent of Police David DeVoe assures that the force will be out in full force to ensure the event runs smoothly.
For tomorrow, we have some 200 officers who will be detailed for this event. Of course, we have a comprehensive plan for this event. We have uniform officers and plainclothes officers. We will have police stationed in the parking lot area, the field area, and also the stands.
Of course, the entertainment is the big attraction, with more than 1,200 performers planning to showcase the best of Bahamian culture. But you, the audience, will also have an important role to play. You will be a part of an elaborate card stunt. Events consultant Joe Kivett explains.
So at a certain point in the show tomorrow, we're going to have people on the track that'll hold up signs that say, "Get ready for card stunt." At that time, everybody will pull out their card, unfold it, and then when we flip the cue cards over, it'll say, "Go card stunt," and all 15,000 people in the stadium will hold up their card, and it's going to form a series of Bahamian flags similar to this. And they're going to hold it up for about 2 minutes, and hopefully there'll be lots of pictures taken. They'll put them down, and that will be the end of the stadium card stunt.
It's all systems go for the greatest show on earth right here at the new National Stadium. Gates will be open at 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, and all guests will be seated by 6 p.m. See you then. I'm Giovanni Stewart, ZNS News.
Meantime, the Chinese ambassador has told members of the Bahamas-China Friendship Association that their country is happy to provide technical and economic assistance to the Bahamas. That assistance will include the maintenance of the new stadium, as we hear in this report from Cyan Thompson.
Chinese Ambassador His Excellency Hu Shan happy that the Bahamas' National Stadium is officially opening on Saturday. The ambassador reaffirmed his country's commitment to maintain the multi-million-dollar stadium.
In the case of the Bahamian National Stadium, the Chinese company will help provide technical services for the maintenance and relevant expenses will be covered by the Chinese government.
However, His Excellency Shan expressed concern that the country's infrastructural system is not up to par for the Bahama project.
The Bahamas is a world-class tourist destination, so the public utilities and the infrastructure situation is of significant importance. The current situation has become a bottleneck for the economic development. Under these circumstances, it is the crying need of the Bahamas to improve and develop its infrastructure.
Meantime, for 15 years, the Bahamas has maintained and strengthened diplomatic ties with China, and according to Ambassador Shan, they will continue this trend, particularly in the area of friendship and economic development. Now they are the world's second largest economy after the United States. Last year, their imports totaled $750 billion, with $800 billion invested in other countries.
The total GDP of China increased from 11 trillion RMB yuan in 2001 to 47 trillion RMB yuan in 2011. 47 trillion RMB equals 7.44 trillion US dollars, and China's position in the world rose from number 6 to number 2.
It's estimated that in 5 years, China's total volume of imports will amount to $8 trillion. Cyan Thompson, ZNS News.
Ambassador Shan also outlined the benefits of relations with the Bahamas-China Friendship Association. He stated that China has demonstrated its commitment to the Bahamas through several initiatives, including BAMAR, its donation of the stadium, and millions of dollars in technical cooperation. Meantime, President of the Bahamas-China Friendship Association, Philip Simon, told ZNS News that a strong relationship between the two countries can manifest in many tangible ways. In other news tonight, Prime Minister Hubert Ingraham has slammed opposition critics of his administration's record on crime during the constituency headquarters opening for Southern Shores and Tall Pines last night. The Prime Minister outlined the success in murder convictions while talking about new strategies his party hopes to implement if re-elected. Clint Watson has details.
Money in the closet, selling visas to Chinese, Jamaicans, Haitians, allegation of rape, removal of furniture and bathroom fixtures, representing and taking money from the most notorious drug dealers, on and on and on. And now they don't even want to pay their fair share of customs duty.
Prime Minister Hubert Ingraham making references to embattled PLP cabinet ministers or existing candidates. He says these are enough reasons why the PLP is in no position to talk about crime. Mr. Ingraham also slammed back at criticisms from PLP Deputy Leader Philip Brave Davis, who said the level of murder convictions are low under the FNM.
The record shows that between June 2002, while they were in office, and May 2007, there were only 9 convictions for murder in the Bahamas. 9. 3 in Grand Bahama and 6 in New Providence. Now you want to hear how many were convicted for murder since we came to office? From June 2007 to February 2012, 26!
Referring to the PLP's Swift Justice program as nothing more than a catchy public relations phrase, Mr. Ingraham says what's needed is word and action. He says the PLP failed to implement recommendations from Safe Bahamas, didn't tackle the bail issue or change crime laws, failed to adequately equip or increase the police force, did not implement CCTV or build any new courts, and never introduced the electronic monitoring bracelet. All of these were instituted by the FNM.
What I find really disturbing is that just about everything they say they're going to do about crime, your FNM government is either already done, is doing, or is in the process of putting in place. They don't have an original idea. They don't have a clue what to do. And if you're really serious about crime, you wouldn't be keeping company with all them criminals. Fighting crime, just like every other issue, requires tough and decisive leadership. You can trust these hands to deal with the scourge of crime.
Recognizing the crime is mostly committed by young men, Mr. Ingram says the FNM will launch a summer institute for boys entering junior high to ensure they receive positive direction during these critical years.
We're going to ask the religious community to assist us in identifying tutors and mentors. We believe these are the kinds of bold and innovative programs that can make a difference in our young men.
Prime Minister Ingram says a new term in office for the FNM would also have as a priority a new investment in teacher training and development and school leadership.
We ask you to vote FNM because we assure you, when it comes to delivering for the Bahamas, Perry Christie ain't no Hubert Ingram.
Clint Watson, ZNS News.
Also from last night's rally, it appears more and more Bahamians who were without electricity due to overdue BEC accounts are taking advantage of the government's third cycle of a reconnection program. Announced 2 weeks ago by the Prime Minister, Hubert Ingram says to date 2,323 disconnected households have had their electricity restored. Meantime, Mr. Ingram has admonished Southern Shores and Tall Pines residents to deliver Karen Butler and Kenyatta Gibson to Parliament. A veteran educator and single mother, Butler says her focus for Tall Pines will be what she's been doing all her life, working to strengthen the youth of the community.
We have the park in Jubilee Gardens that contains a pool. We need that pool up and running, first of all, for the residents in Tall Pines. We have a number of unnamed streets that we will name right away, as well as some other small infrastructural stuff. But essentially, my platform, as you will know, Clint, it's the young people, it's the youth. And so education, youth programs, and sporting activities is #1 on my agenda.
Gibson, meantime, used last night's forum to reiterate his reason for leaving the PLP under the leadership of Perry Christie. Gibson says he hopes to act now on improving the lives and well-being of residents in the Southern Shores constituency, tackling issues like the environment and quality of living.
On last Sunday, I took a nature trek through an area right off Marshall Road, and I've been watching the swamp, the wetland degradation. I want to put that developer on notice that they need to cease and desist. We will protect our national heritage. That's mission #1 on the Marshall Road area. People want a continuity of our strong policies. They want strong, decisive leadership. They want to see Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Hubert Ingram, continue in office so that we can continue doing the good works, not only through these dark recession-filled days, but during the best of times that are yet to come.
According to the FNM, it appears that the PLP and DNA have set their eyes on gaining support from the Haitian Bahamian community. That also from last evening's rally. National Security Minister Tommy Turnquest said last night that despite criticism from the PLP and DNA on the visit of the Haitian President Michel Martelly and claims that the FNM motivated the visit to gain support from the Haitian community, both the PLP and DNA have been holding secret meetings with the Haitian community. Turnquest noted that the DNA met with them last week while the PLP met with them last evening. DNA leader Branville McCartney confirmed that his party met with the community on their immigration policy and to discuss the immigration problem.
We've told persons that we welcome persons to the Bahamas, but through legal means, and we cannot sustain persons coming to this Bahamas in the future illegally. That cannot happen. We also discussed those persons who've been here for many, many years and have not received any type of status. And we've compared those who've just come and received status and citizenship. We've indicated to them we will be looking at those persons who've been here, those persons who have no status, have been contributing to the Bahamas, and looking at what type of status they ought to get and making that situation right. We also discussed the president's travel, the Haitian president's travel a few weeks ago, and we explained and we indicated our position in that regard.
It was impossible to get a cell phone call out for much of the day today. BTC says cell service nationwide and even some landlines were disrupted because, according to BTC's Vice President of Marketing, Marlon Johnson, workmen along Prince Charles Drive cut a major line. Service was expected to be back online by about 5 o'clock this afternoon. We're told by BTC that partial service has been restored.